A very special episode of Weirdo Beardo podcast where Chad talks about how my uncle once touched him.
No. That's next week.
No. He's going to touch you next week?
Yeah, he still hasn't touched me.
No. I'm glad y'all planned that out. I hate to be the middleman in this.
I guess you misunderstood because your uncle's constantly on, heroin. So.
Yeah. He takes all
luckily,
heroin.
I speak heroin.
Wow. The heroin whisperer.
Yeah. Anyway, we're probably going to get, demonetized because we said heroin 3 times. Even though we're not monetized, which is if somebody would monetize us, then we would use those guidelines.
And heroin.
Anyway, welcome to the holiday edition special or whatever, Weirdo Beardos. We got special introduction master here, Mr. Derek Womack. How are you, Derek?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good.
And then you got myself, Mr. Chad Perrone. Catch us on all of our socials. He's at Mad Rock Week on SoundCloud and YouTube. I'm on motherfucking Chad Perrone Comedy on all your socials, except for, some of them. All the good ones.
Just Google us.
Like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. And I'm on X, but I think I have 2 X accounts and I don't even remember the names, so they're not Chad Perrone Comedy.
Off-brand.
Yeah. Well, I go to X whenever I want to say things that are going to get me canceled so nobody will know it's me. That's where I do my Steam release of unwoke things,
Hate speech.
Hate speech is a strong word for what I do.
But sometimes it's not strong enough.
So today, we are going to be circling back kind of to the Alien franchise, aren't we?
I'm getting dizzy.
To be clear, though, we're really going to be touching on something that is new to the Alien franchise, and we're going to be talking about a theory by one of our very own. We won't even tell you which one of us it is right now. Yeah, it's me. One of my theories. So, starting
recap.
Off, Alien Earth recap. Alien Earth is this new series that's come out. It's really cool. Derek did watch it.
I did.
A while back, and then he did a bunch of other stuff, including drugs. And so he's not as rememberable. I watched it a few times, and so I'm pretty kept up on it. So we're just going to recap it. What did you think of it? Do you remember offhand? Just a general...
I don't think it aged well with me. I think I liked it more after I watched episodes per thinking back about it. It just kind of there was a few logical things that I didn't like. I think some of the characters made really... I understand that some of them were children in adult bodies, but some of the decisions made were kind of off. The
main themes of the show is that they take basically terminally ill children and transfer their consciousness into what would be adult, but really young adult bodies.
Yeah,
but they are synthetic bodies. So they're basically the androids from all the Alien films with white blood and shit.
Milk blood. That should be a band name.
Like the slur.
Well, Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling's hate has no end.
He's I can't believe that son of a bitch was a milk blood. Anyway, so the kids are all terminally ill. It starts by showing you kind of their story. I think that if I remember correctly, there was very little, but the first half of that episode was just showing you, hey, we're going to save these kids' lives by sticking them in these robot bodies. Kind of, depending on how you feel about all that. And so they bury the kids' original bodies, and they put them in these robot bodies, and then they, it's the first time it's ever done, kind of, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
And so we're going to, and they also did, putting them in the robot bodies puts them in a positronic mind, and I believe that they do have quite a bit of control of that mind as we see as the story goes along.
Yeah.
We also get into some crisscross of one of the dudes who's works for this corporation. The world is this crazy 5 corporations owns everything, and so they own 5 parts of the world. So it's basically corporations took over the whole world, and they've all split it up into 5. They are basically the government of the world.
So the future of the world.
Right. So Yutani, who is, as you know, the Asian lady who owns the company that eventually has involved with everything that has to do Alien.
Yeah.
I guess Yutani runs the space race. I guess she won that, right?
Yeah.
So she has a ship coming back. Now, here's a big surprise. They've got a bunch of aliens on there.
Well, they've got a bunch of aliens, but some of them were xenomorphs, and then there's other stuff, which kind of ties us into your theory.
Right, yeah, we'll get to that. But genuinely, they got a bunch of alien stuff. Now, if you want to get real technical, what they have is some obvious, and if we're, in relation to my theory, what they have is some obvious leftovers of a bunch of experimentation. Of that is 6 alien facehugger eggs that we've seen in pretty much all of alien media. Then you've got 2 or 3 of these weird tick things that eat fucking metal. Then you've got,
That's metal.
That's metal.
Yeah.
It was very metal. It was very metal. Heavy metal even. Then there is also, funny enough, a weird eyeball with some little tentacles. That's not quite like an octopus, but it uses them like an octopus.
Yeah.
But man, they're a lot more elastic than like an octopus is. But genuinely, that eyeball thing seems to be sentient, which is kind of different from most of the alien things. Everything else is very instinctual or seems kind of like in a
animal
hive mind. Yeah. And the one thing about this show that really I did kind of like discount and make fun of initially, but like is the fact that they do kind of put it out there that these motherfuckers do communicate and they are a hive mind.
Yeah.
The xenomorphs, that is. And really, its only real stipulation is that you speak its weird fucking language. But that being said, like, it tells a really cool story. Bases, of course, like Disney does with a lot of things, it takes a very long, hard basis of punching you in the face with a bunch of Pinocchio
Peter Pan
references and like basically trying to paint this as Pinocchio, but it even points out the horrible differences by the characters by the end of it, so it's pretty cool the way they used it in this, if you ask me.
Asked you, Chad.
And then, did you ask me?
No.
Okay. But anyway, so I liked pretty much most of what they did, because you bring back the xenomorphs, you bring back the alien versus people, and then you also have these weird, untrustworthy robots, because like the big thing about in our heads, especially right now with AI, is how we, like all the robots are doing weird shit in these shows, and so it makes you think. Like you got the one guy who's working for Yutani, that he's not even really a robot, he's a cyborg, but he's working for Yutani, but he's constantly just conniving and doing con artist shit to get to his fucking goal,
Yeah.
And then you got the actual robot guy who's played by one of my favorite actors, and he fucking is doing the same weird shit that all of them do, like going back to David, which we'll cover on when we get to fucking Prometheus here real quick. They fucking, they like to fucking metal, which is weird because they're made of metal.
Wow. Metal.
The meddling metal.
Maybe that's
what I should call. Maybe that's what I should call this theory: the meddling metal.
Wow.
Because we're really meddling metal when we get into what theory is. So quick recap of Prometheus and Covenant. Like, you loved the first movie. It's your favorite.
My favorite.
He has Prometheus
derangement syndrome.
Yeah, he has Prometheus derangement syndrome. Is actually right. He has Ridley Scott is back derangement syndrome. But no, Prometheus is not. He hates Prometheus. We've been on a bickering friendship from its birth, and we were like, I wanted to cover it. Basically, it shows that this black from space is used in a way to create us, but then later used in a really fucked up way to destroy us. Turns out a little bit of something is good, but a whole lot of something
which
murders everybody.
Back to heroin.
Which brings us back to heroin. Anyway, so apparently if you use the wrong amount of heroin, then your entire world will turn into little tiny atomized fucking evil.
Or Seattle.
Shout out to Seattle, because I know we have a lot of listeners from Seattle.
We do, actually. You strung out junkies.
So, and then in Covenant, Prometheus, just to get to the balls of this story, Prometheus also shows us the birth and life of David. David is one of the first ever androids. I think. Probably by the way that they played that scene, he probably made the synth. That was his personal made synth that started it all.
Yeah.
Now, whether that's the truth, there was probably a lot of prototypes. He probably only took one once it was really worked out, like.
Probably started the sex bots, let's be honest.
There you go. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. So, I don't know why I immediately turned into Eddard Stark, but
wow.
You're not wrong there. Oh,
you're going to get sued.
The Covenant story goes further from there, because you have the birth of him, and like he starts fucking around with the black goo, and he figures out some shit, and then he gets ripped apart by one of the fucking creators, or whatever they're called, the engineers, as they call them. And then he talks this chick into putting them back together, only to use her in the second
her apart
and rip her apart and use her body and eggs. I'm assuming her eggs are what start the eggs. Like that's what he had to work with, right?
I guess I never really thought about it, but if that's the truth,
think about it. That whole scene, he shows her blade open way more detailedly than like an autopsy. Like blade open like a fucking art piece. And so anyway, he's created all this. Like David's made this whole thing.
Yes, he is the father.
And then David in the second one, he survives, fakes us out, makes us think that it's fucking Wilson or whatever his name was.
I forgot it.
It was like the other Fassbender. He pulled a Fassbender one.
Wow.
So switches them out. And then you find out at the point in which she's getting frozen, and then the ending is just him like, hey, look, I got a bunch of face huggers that are in suspended animation in these egg things. And I also got a bunch of people just hanging into the fucking perpetuity of whatever I want to do with them. And that was the end of the movie. And then the next time that we see any alien world is in Alien Romulus, where they kind of reference everything except Prometheus. There was like a little bit of it, but not really,
Yeah.
That good for them. Not even really that good for them. And then comes Alien Earth, where we have this situation of an entire story where we show that the whole premise of the story is to show that you can take a human mind and safely or not safely or whatever fucking like kind of nuance you want to put to the story, they can take that mind and put it in a synthetic body.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Also introduces us to some other aliens.
Yeah, it also introduced to these weird other aliens that came from where? Well, the last guy we saw fucking around with alien stuff was David. Was it not?
Dun dun.
Yeah. And comes the theory. So, somewhere between Covenant and Earth, let's just say that the paintings all over the wall end up badly. Because what happens every time? It happened both times. David got himself in some shit, and he had to get himself out of it. And he figured his way out pretty wildly in part 2. I'll give him that. But in Prometheus, he kind of was fucked, and he just was stuck out because he was trying, he also was listening to his stupid daddy too much.
Yeah, I think the moral of the lesson
now he rolls off
there is not to listen to dads.
So now he's off with his own family of humans to put his own family of aliens in.
Right.
And the next time we find alien stuff, it's on this ship. And it seems like a bunch of experimental shit. And the only thing that stands out is the eye creature. As you walk around, you see the eye creature taking over people by ripping their eye out and then shoving itself in there. And then it basically attaches to their nervous system and it becomes them, even if they're dead.
Was that a thing?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
You remember at the end, that dude that they fucking used and the shit ripped out of his chest and he was dead on the beach.
Oh, yeah.
The thing snuck up in his eye and he stood up.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So that's pretty crazy and amazing. And I'm like, where does that come from? And the things he was doing was meddling. You see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, I think I see where you're going with this.
The things that the eye were doing was meddly. Like he ran as the goat, he ran his head into the wall to fuck the kid up so he could get ate up. Was just watching so intently on everything. And also the idea of it wanting to go from body to body. Actually, I'm very interested and when it gets into a body that it uses to communicate with.
Yeah.
Because one thing it didn't do throughout the entire show was communicate really in any way.
Right. I would like to see it. They teased that. That's why I thought they were going to do that in the last episode. Just a long conversation.
But I think that my theory, if it is any kind of close to, my theory will come to a light when that happens. Am I wrong?
And what is
my theory is that that's true. I think that David got himself into some shit again, got his body fucked up. Probably by the aliens. Like, every time somebody who's not an alien queen tries to, like, control these aliens, it goes badly. Hell, even when the alien queen does it, it kind of goes badly for her. So I would guess that it went badly for him, and something got his body all fucked up, and he was stuck in a lab, barely alive again, and he figured out a way to transfer his consciousness into one of his experiments, which happened to be the eye thing. And now
David is the eye.
So yeah, David is the eye theory. And there's some other big, like, jumps that I'm making here. I will admit that when it comes to that. But you got to give it to me that the meddling eye and the idea of the entire story being based on human's brain going into synthetic body, if you have a synthetic mind going into a biological body, that's the exact opposite in Mirror, which would be a crazy fucking twist.
That would be a crazy twist. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
I mean, I don't have any direct evidence other than the fact that they've got a whole history of painting of David just disappearing. Like, he's the only remaining, like, thing from those movies that went on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if anything is going to show up from those movies, it's going to be David in some way.
And they used his eye, Fassbender's eye, as the model for the eye monster. So that's kind of weird.
No, they didn't.
I saw that on Fox News. Yeah, they back up all your theories.
So that's kind of the whole theory to a certain extent, is that David is the eye. But I definitely have, like, gone through it all in my head with some form of, like, Logic, yeah. Like, you know, I haven't written the movie that would, like, paste the two together, but I think it could be done, you know?
Yeah. It's not a bad theory. It's intriguing, that's for sure.
Well, that's the theory, man. That's the theory.
Well, if you agree with Chad's theory,
as I would call it, the David is the eye theory, which I didn't want to give you that until I told you it, because it sounds kind of like it ruins itself. It'd be like, hey, do you want to go see that movie, Titanic, the movie where that ship sinks?
I think people knew the Titanic sunk without knowing, not being...
Well, that's true. Hey, you want to go see Star Wars episode Luke is your father? I mean, Luke, I am your father.
That was the original title. I saw that on Fox News, too.
We should go see that foreign film, Oh Boy Fucked His Daughter. Wow.
Speaking of getting demonetized.
Sorry, y'all. You have to watch that movie to get that joke. It just sounds very
fucked up.
It just sounds very fucked up if you've never seen it. But it is.
I mean, it's still pretty fucked up even if you have seen it.
I mean, yeah. But if you have seen it, you get why I said it.
How do you get why it's fucked up even if you haven't seen the movie? Because he pretty much just run the movie for you.
You gotta admit that was a good pun, though.
Wow.
Well, never mind. So we're gonna do a little catch up. Catch up.
You love catch up.
We're gonna see what we can catch up to what we've mustered to. And mayonnaise, there's a lot of mayonnaise, a lot of news.
Man, you know a lot about that stuff.
You're gonna relish in what we have to say about it.
Wow. I quit.
What are you gonna do? Go work on a ranch?
Wow. No, I'm gonna go to Thousand Islands.
Yeah.
Nothing? Okay.
I don't think you're gonna make any cheddar out there.
Okay, so what are we catching up on first? I liked Alien. I'm not Alien. I liked It. Welcome to Derry. I thought that was good.
I haven't finished It. Welcome to Derry.
No one has.
I've watched like 2 or 3. Well, yeah, it's not over yet, but I've watched the first couple episodes with Megan. I say finished. I haven't watched all of them yet.
Okay.
That have been released.
Well, then I guess we're not going to talk about it.
You could talk about it. What do you want to say?
Well, okay. Well, at the end of episode 4, No, I'm kidding.
Oh, all right. I was gonna say, is the little boy Pennywise? No, I'm joking.
No, actually, it's a flashback to a different Stephen King story.
Oh, that's cool. He's been doing a little bit of that.
No, it's not that at all.
Okay. It's like he's been a little
Cool.
bit. It's like I'm just doing things that they should have done.
Yeah, this is what happens if I would have written it. All of a sudden, they're in the stand.
Yeah, and the Langoliers are here.
Wow, only you would reference that. Let's see, anything else movie-wise?
Movie-wise, I need to get to see Predator Badlands. I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, me too.
I heard it's the best of the franchise so far.
Really? Better than the first one?
I mean, look, that's a bold statement, but I mean, it wouldn't be too bold to say better than all of the others.
Yeah.
Not to say I don't because I like all of the Predator, even the ones that people are thinking stupid. I also get why some of them think some of them are stupid. Clearly, though, clearly though, Predator and Predator 2 are classics. Like, even if you want to say the latter is a little bit, I enjoyed the shit out of Predator 2. And
introduced a lot of new technology and lore.
Also, our boys recovered them recently because of the Predator movie. You know, also because they're copying off us. You know?
Yes, they're watching us.
They're ripping us off. They're one of our 40 watchers, and they're like, "Oh shit, they're covering that. We got to cover that again." You know,
right?
It's a really horrible Australian accent, but anyway.
Here's my Australian accent. I'm Australian. Is that the chick from Scary Movie or Scream? Hello, Sydney. Named after the place. Get it?
Yeah, she's named after Australia.
They were going to call her Australia. I saw that on Fox News, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you want to go politics?
Well, I don't know if we have another 5 to 6 hours.
I do, especially when it comes to politics, because, oh my God, yesterday was crazy.
Tell me about yesterday.
Well, I got up, I peed a lot, I ate some breakfast, masturbated while I ate breakfast, got confused.
Wait, are you reading the daily Trump log here?
Yes, from Trump's diary that I saw on Fox News.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Don't
Politics is crazy right now.
Right?
Yeah. Like, we gotta write a song about how we do not diddle kids.
Right. It's repeated in the diary. Don't diddle kids. But yeah, let's see. Marjorie Taylor Greene quit. And Trump got wooed by Madonna. Ugh, fuck. I'm one of those racist guys now. I can't pronounce his name. Madani, whatever.
You got mooned?
No, wooed.
And Mom Donnie?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was trying. Yeah, hey, like Madonna. I'm just gonna call him M. M went to the White House and had a 30-minute private meeting, behind closed doors meeting with Trump, and then had a press conference afterward, and Trump was all over him. I was like, oh, I like this guy. He's called me all kinds of horrible things, but that's cool. I've been called worse. I agree with a lot of his policies.
Wow.
Yeah, so everybody's trying.
Is Trump got a good PR guy all of a sudden?
No, his medications are off.
Wait. Let me rephrase that. Is Trump actually listening to his PR guy now?
Right.
He's like, look, your fucking approval ratings are worse than the last fucking movie of the Snyderverse.
Wow.
So, actually, your approval ratings are worse than Wonder Woman 2. So we're gonna go ahead and try to see if we can't talk you into, like, doing some stuff to get your numbers up.
Be friends with him.
He immediately called Elon. He's like, you got any more of that fucking ketamine?
But also the whole Epstein thing. I've got a question for you. Do you think when they release the Epstein files, because that's going to happen, right? We got less than 30 days to get it. Is Trump going to be removed completely from the files, or are they going to leave him in a little bit just to show they didn't remove him completely from the files?
Oh yeah, that is definitely option B. They're basically gonna do, like, you remember when they took the Bible and they were like, okay, remove all the stuff that makes Jesus into a human. We want him to be, like, godly. So take all of the fallible stuff out. Yeah, they're gonna do
most of his life.
Yeah, they're gonna do that, but they're gonna leave him in when it's just, like, inconsequential stuff, like, you know, they went to a dinner together for a banquet to celebrate this here charity, you know? Or they went to a fucking he flew on the plane a few times to go to charity events or to go to business dealings that were all had nothing to do with child rape.
So, children's charity.
Yeah. But here's the other thing about the files. Is that everybody's been jerking off to these files. Not literally. Oh, everybody's been at home getting real hard about who's going to come out in these files. And like, it's as if these files start with the words, everybody herein loves to do it with little girls, you know, or something like that. That's not what the files are. Let's just be real, that the files are a bunch of dealings between people behind a guy who was doing that. And he was doing that quite literally, possibly with other people. But it's as if they're like gonna be like I said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm not a pedophile. But if I were
in court,
I know it's illegal, okay? So that's one thing.
That's one reason not to be a pedophile.
I also it's not my thing. So there's those are reasons. But like, I like weed, right?
Okay, I can see the connection.
And if I smoked weed and it's illegal, then I would definitely smoke the weed, and I wouldn't go to a club where we smoke weed. And I wouldn't be like, can I sign my name on the input list where we go in the club that's specifically here to smoke weed?
Wow.
But can we get some video? Let's all take video of us smoking weed inside this club. Make sure that we have that video on file so I can smoke weed to the video later.
So my reporter side just kicked in. When you said that you're not a pedophile, what did you mean by that?
But you get what I'm putting out here, right?
Yeah.
Like if I was
weed calls us pedophiles.
Oh, you get the long and the short of it.
Tylenol and autism and weed and pedophiles.
Yeah. Thank you,
RFK's doing his job.
That old piece of leather sounds funny.
I don't know if that's say funny. It sounds horrible. It sounds worse than I do right now.
Well, I gotta remember to get that clip.
What?
Just us bringing up RFK Jr. and me saying, that old piece of leather sounds funny.
Wow.
Anyway.
Editing during the show.
Like that's a clean joke. I could do that in a daycare. You know, I was doing comedy in a daycare. Look, man, just because we were just talking about the Epstein files doesn't mean that, you know, you're journalistic fucking... Look, Derek,
information has come out. Information. Did you see that clip of, I think it was, what is their name, Bondi?
Yeah, and then it flips over to, there's new information, man. Yeah.
Like, there's new information. It's information. And she's just melting down on stage. It's great.
Yeah, the one I saw was, like, paired with the dude from The Big Lebowski. He's like, I got new information, man.
Nice. You got anything on your political end? Wow, that sounded sexual.
Well, I actually have a story with you I'll tell you off pod. But genuinely, right now, I'm just trying really hard not to, like, boast my liberalism. If you know what I mean? Like it's like the Republicans have let it mutate into fucking, like, it. At this point. And they won't, none of them, anywhere from constituents who voted to people who are actually in the fucking elected seats to, of course, the administration themselves, will not take a loss, even though all they've been doing is really a lot of, like, hidden losses.
I wouldn't really call it hidden losses. Like, the economy, it's...
Yeah, but they're still getting richer, bro.
Right.
So it's, to them, it's not a loss. But as far as the constitution, most of the constituents and anybody who's not sitting on several $1 million and making at least a couple a year, then you're not winning.
I feel like you're calling
who you are. Yeah, that's what's funny about it, is I've had friends, Derek. I have friends who fucking try to say that I'm calling them out when I say that. And I've got a fucking idea or two that they're full of shit.
Oh, they think they're millionaires?
Yeah, or at least they're trying to portray they are.
I know. Are you talking about me? Wait a second.
Yeah, Derek, I'm talking about you because you won't fucking pay for my new teeth because you're a millionaire. Because you
I'll
won't even
pay for your old
new
teeth. Yeah, I won't pay for any teeth. It's in my rider.
It's in your
in my contract.
Contract. I don't pay for any new teeth. I only pay for old teeth.
Old teeth. Got to get that tooth fairy money.
Wait. Are you the one making all those creepy dolls with human teeth?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Derek's like, edit this part of the podcast. God damn it!
Right?
We're not gonna bring this.
I've said enough. I've answered your questions. I'm gone. Smoke bomb.
Quiet, piggy.
Right.
That's actually the only thing I've taken from the last week. Was quiet, piggy.
No, it wasn't a sexual thing.
No, like, for anyone who might not know, a female reporter was hollering to Trump about the Epstein files, and he just kept saying, "Quiet, piggy." I guess she was overweight. I don't know. I didn't see her.
Yeah, we didn't, but we can assume so.
Like, no, man. I think we need to make comparisons here because he's a fat motherfucker,
right?
like if it'd be like if I called somebody fat, but they were fat like TV fat, you know, like it's like you got a little bit of ass there. Fucking fatty. It's like, no, Chad, you got a little ass on the front of your fucking belly.
Right. We'll call you ass belly.
I was just trying to learn from my president. I wanted to, learn. He's leading by example.
Right. Grab him by the...
Yeah, when they fucking call you out on your bullshit, tell them, "Quiet, piggy!"
I wanted to see him oink.
But then he turns around and votes for the files to come out, which is hilarious.
Then he said he wanted to do it the whole time, or was behind it the whole time.
Yeah. So you gather that what they're going to say is that they're editing what the Democrats edited.
We're going to get like 3 files.
I think we got more emails last week when they just put out 20,000 in response to 3.
Right.
We're not going to get that many fucking pages from the fucking files that aren't just covered in black marks.
I hope somebody else releases like an unedited version, like a director's cut.
Well, supposedly Europe has one because of Prince Charles. So if Europe does have unredacted files, they would have the world power to be like, by the way, here's the real ones. That
would be cool. Yeah, I'll vote for Europe next election.
Like, yeah, maybe we can get back into the
good graces
of England, or not even that. Maybe we can be a colony again. Be like, hey, y'all, we just send us some money.
We've already got pretty much a king.
Like, here's the thing. It's not going to work like before with tax, where our taxes go to you. It's just, you're going to pay us a stipend to be, like, I don't know, whatever you want to call us.
I can see why you're not in politics.
The United States of Europe.
The ununited states.
The United States of the Royals.
Isn't that song by that chick?
Yeah. Well, I think her song was more like, we're never going to do that because we don't have all that much gold.
Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast.
Pretty much covered everything from aliens to predators and then Republicans and Democrats.
Oh, you can bring that back, huh?
And just to be clear, we all know that the predators are definitely the Republicans because they're protecting them right now. And also they have all the technology.
The aliens are all the immigrants and Democrats.
Yeah, the Democrats definitely protect the aliens right now by keeping all the immigrants, aka aliens, in the country and trying to keep them safe. As well as we all know that how a Democrat is born. You know this, right? What happens is a Democrat speaks to a Republican, and then another Democrat bursts out of that Republican's chest.
Wow, that makes sense.
So, yeah. Anyway, worked in one of my new jokes I'm working out at the end of this.
Wow. Glad this could be your training ground, Chad. Yeah, I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
More like Open Mike Kenobi. Yeah. Anyway, thank y'all. Check us out on all our social medias. Again, Chad Perone Comedy. We also got Mad Rock Week. This is Chad and Derek telling you to check out Weirdo Beardos. We got 10 episodes. This is the new Weirdo Beardo Holiday Special. Here's some holiday music. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?